Inside out. You won't last. No.
Try again. But it says I wouldn't fuck with an N-word, bro. But apparently some other people think it's not that. But I couldn't tell myself.
I'm open. A little bit. Just sit there. I'm not gonna let him get under my skin. I won't fuck with nigger, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think.
I'm sure we can get thrown out for that.
Well, you'd think so, but...
Mind you.
Talk about it, innit?
Yeah.
What, Rodrigo?
Oh, sees David on the screen and imitates a monkey. That was.
Yeah. So that's the first one. There is another one as well, but we don't need to... You said it's not as damning.
It's not as damning, but also that's enough.
Yeah, true.
But that person said they felt sick having to make that video.
By far the hardest edit I've ever made. There is so much content that I could make 10 parts. Honestly sickening to watch.
Yeah, I felt sick watching it, didn't you?
It was just... So I've been really surprised. Like you said, would you not get thrown out for using the N-word? Because we know that in UK Big Brother, that stuff is taken really, really seriously. And I was actually...
Fuck off.
Well, it was disappointing when Rodrigo wasn't evicted for that.
That was the first time that had ever happened that you got away with that. The start of the decline. As if it hadn't started many years back.
If anything, it was getting better at that point.
True.
But, yeah, for me it's shocking that CBS is obviously a huge national broadcaster in America and is letting this happen on their show, even though it's not in the edit. It's still happening on their website, on their live feeds, and they're not doing anything to reprimand or address it in any way.
They never do until there's absolute uproar. It's the same thing that happened on BB15. They just hid it and hid it and hid it until they couldn't hide it no more. It's exactly the same thing they do now.
Because they do have the power to cut out the live feeds because they've got a delay on those feeds as well, but they don't. Because it's just so widespread.
Because it's so prevalent, they have to cut the live feeds every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Here's my theory.
Yeah.
Are they trying to sink Big Brother because of Love Island? What? I'm joking. It's a real theory.
It's one way to take it down, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, so
this is what we were talking about with someone the other day about how do they deliberately cast racists, or is it a surprise to them? Is it impossible to not? Are there so many you can't, which I don't believe, or is it a surprise to them when these people come out with racist things, or are they waiting for them to come out with racist things
in order to up interest?
To get people watching?
I don't know. If anything, this should be getting people to turn off. It makes me feel like we should be watching it all. Does it not make you feel
loads
like
of people have said they've turned off. Yeah. And I was listening to Julie Girl, and they were so excited the first week, and then the second week they were just like, oh, fuck this mess. It's just like, I just feel sorry for them, and I feel sorry for anyone who's excited, and then they just feel disappointed and sad.
It does seem to happen recurrently on US Big Brother, right? There was comments last year on the live feed, and there was...
Your eyes look a nice colour.
Really?
Gaz just took off his sunglasses. I'm quite dazzled by his blue eyes. I don't notice your eyes normally.
That's because I have my glasses on, I suppose. I've got no glasses right now.
I've thrown him off now.
Yeah, you've thrown me off.
Giving him a compliment.
But last year, they did have to talk in the diary room to some of the housemates, right? And
about
they
what?
Made a statement.
It was being racist last year.
Wasn't it like, if I get this tan, I'm going to look like I'm from the ghetto
or
something like that?
Yeah, it was Rachel and Angela, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But they come out of it unscathed, and then CBS are still using Angela and Tyler to advertise Love Island and shit like that. Like, they don't care.
Says it all, doesn't it?
And what did I say? I was like, is it just the fact that this company, CBS, doesn't intervene kind of scares me at the extent of the problem that must be existing in America, because it's just ignored.
CBS got all white casting crew. They have Julie presenting, who admitted she had surgery to try and make herself look whiter.
But that's
what?
That's part of this. The problem with
that's
the brand.
That's adding to the problem.
Right. Most people probably don't know that about her, though. Although she did talk about it recently on
people
the
do know about that.
Talk, didn't
well,
she
ain't on the talk no more, is she? Old Moon Bears. Hold on, I made some notes about the whole race or something.
I've actually got something else to add that you don't know about as well.
Add away.
I've actually got a little bit of comment and analysis.
Oh, anal lice.
So I've reached out to a few people to try and get some
input,
didn't I, this week on this podcast about the way.
Oh yeah.
the way Big Brother UK handles this kind of issue, and not just racism, but discrimination and any bullying and how we deal with it compared to how America does.
Yeah.
Now, none of those people responded.
We thought of some good people as well, didn't we?
Yeah, and we contacted Dina, who we thought had a hard time, and
Deborah.
didn't really come to anything. Like,
Yeah.
there was no repercussions for the person
Yeah.
that was perpetrated.
There was the opposite of repercussions. He was given 50 grand.
Who was that, Connor?
Yeah.
Awful. We reached out to Deborah, who was obviously part of a massive a big intervention from production when that all kicked off with
And
Lowton.
was the subject of racism, even if it was like undercover racism, it was still racism.
More externally than internally, no?
Yeah. Portrayed as the angry black woman and all that shit.
And also a producer who obviously didn't feel it was possible for them to comment on it because, they.
But look, we're
They're in
trying
the industry and
people.
stuff.
So, what did you get?
I got my boyfriend to watch the clips and have a talk about
Did you know
it.
Gaz's boyfriend is black?
Yeah, and also just this week we had a discussion about race just came up, and
You were saying he doesn't like the person of colour, which caused a bit of debate.
yeah, that
last
was
week.
true. That was true. This was not part of that discussion. This was
No.
more recently.
No.
I didn't question him about that
That
subject.
matter.
He just didn't feel like it was a. I don't know.
He doesn't see himself like that. Yeah.
He didn't like the term.
It's fair enough. Like,
But what it was, he was
Go on.
talking to someone about, gay pride in London.
Mm-hmm.
Stonewall a couple of years ago pulled out of it because they thought it was so non-representative of non-white people.
Okay.
And he was talking to someone from Stonewall who was from Pride.
To explain to Americans what Stonewall is.
But Americans, it's from.
Oh, it's from
in
America, is it?
wasn't
Okay. Oh,
Stonewall,
okay.
Stonewall Uprising, which
Okay.
is, this year we're celebrating
I
or marking.
obviously don't know what it
We're
is.
marking.
I know the
50
name, but I
years
don't
since
know.
it happened.
Okay.
Was like the start of the gay rights movement in
Oh.
New York in a bar called the Stonewall.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's various I don't think the full story is really understood. There's various theories of where it was triggered from, but there is an idea that it was initially from a trans black person that started it.
Okay.
But it's really hard to credit someone who started the movement.
Yeah,
I suppose,
true.
like that.
Because everyone goes first.
Yeah. Anyway, Stonewall's also a charity.
Yeah, that's what I was
for gay
thinking.
rights.
Yeah.
And he was talking to a representative from Pride London, which is also a non-profit organisation, and he questioned about why Stonewall had pulled out of it recently because they'd said there was not enough representation for non-white people in Pride London, and there's now a Black Pride as well, which happens the day after.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the main Pride
Yeah.
happens in central London on a Saturday, and then the Black Pride follows on a Sunday in some other part of London, which was just last weekend.
And also, I was talking to, sorry to interrupt you,
Yeah.
I was talking to someone about Pride at work, a gay guy, an older gay guy, and he was saying just how commercial it is now and how it's just
It's funny
just a shit
because-
show.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of debate this year about is Pride a party or a protest?
Yeah.
Because back in the day, it was a protest for people's rights. Now,
Yeah, he said he used to get spit on at Pride and that, no network would cover it on TV, and now
Yeah.
everyone is clowering to
it's
rainbow up.
amazing how much people have rainbowed up
Yeah.
this year, and every mainstream fashion brand has had a Pride range of
It's just
clothing.
pointless.
I don't know. I think it's nice. As a gay person,
It's-
I think it's nice because I can go to H&M and if I want to, I can buy socks that say
Yeah,
Proud
sorry,
on them.
not the clothing. The clothing has a point to it, but just changing your logo to a rainbow is
Oh
pointless.
yeah, that is pointless.
Yeah.
So my banking app has got a rainbow logo. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, how long are you going to keep that like that? Look, Barclays.
Yeah. Oh, but people don't want to take it down too soon. 'Cause we've been having that discussion at our work that we put a rainbow on our logo, but we're not doing enough to help because I work with teenagers.
Yeah.
Well, I don't personally, but our organisation does, and saying, well, we're saying we're doing this, but what are we actually doing to help gay teenagers?
Yeah.
So when we put ours out, we actually did a social media post saying we're not doing enough and we want to make sure we do more next year. So it's kind of like a caveat if people slagged us off. But also the truth that we were going to do more next year, rather than I've just seen so many places Wish rainbowing up that. It's just
and also supermarkets have put posters up, and it's what, gays shop here? Is that what
yeah,
you're trying to
it's
say?
stupid. But yeah, you're right. Clothes and stuff is cool. The more rainbows on things, the better. I love rainbows. I do. I do.
Also, Oh God, I'm going off topic here, but like,
No, it's
do you know what? I
interesting.
used to not really feel anything about the rainbow flag. I didn't really like it. I thought it was kind of garish, and I didn't like it.
Garish.
It was. I didn't like really being
Mother Nature.
associated with it.
What have you bestowed this upon us?
And now,
Oh,
I
the
don't-
sun's out.
just more recently, I've started to like feel a bit more like aligned with that.
You should
with
be.
that. And I think maybe because I met my boyfriend at a Pride event.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, I shouldn't tell you what you should be.
Like this year, I've been like really looking forward to the Pride season, and I'm really looking forward. This weekend, I'm going to Croydon Pride.
Are you?
Yeah,
Who
next
knew?
Next month, I've got Brighton Pride. So like, I'm really
Oh, is it next
into
month, Brighton Pride?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought Pride was all like the same month.
in a Pride month. I think it's become a bit bigger than Pride month these days. But,
Yeah.
Anyway, we were at this event. Dan was talking to a white representative of Pride London about this race issue and this non-representation within Pride London, and she used the term, "Oh, we've got loads of people of colour working for us," and he just felt a little bit like,
Oh, okay.
about it. Like, he didn't really like it.
What, he felt was tokenistic?
Possibly, or it was just like, it's almost like saying, "I've got a load of black friends." you know?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
almost like that.
yeah.
So that's how he felt about it. So
Yeah.
that probably clarifies the whole comment that I made last
Okay,
week.
that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, and just the other day we were talking about his experience of racism, and to be honest,
What is his experience of racism?
well, I don't want to divulge it because I feel like it's quite
Okay,
personal, and
okay.
he's recorded something for us.
Okay, well, let's
So
listen to
he'll
that.
say what he wants to say, but I was a little taken aback by how hurt he'd been by something that had been said, which I think my instinct was to say, yeah, but you shouldn't take that to heart because that person basically deserves nothing but pity because they're so small-minded. But really, the truth is you can't really
No.
explain the feeling that
No.
someone gets from a remark, you know, and it
No.
kind of like hit me.
And also, I get that feeling, and I'm not black, so can you imagine how amplified that is when you are actually black to get that
Exactly,
feeling?
and also
it's
with
disgusting.
This situation, if you're a black house guest inside that environment, how do you actually feel?
You're already
knowing-
you're outnumbered. You're always outnumbered in the house. There's never a good mix of people. The casting process always puts 1, 2, 3 black people, 1 Asian
That
person
is
if you're lucky.
tokenistic, isn't it,
Yeah,
as well?
it's not representative of society. If they put in 4 black people, 4 Latino people, 4 Asian people, and 4 white people. Can you imagine what a
That
great
would be
show
much
it'd
better,
be?
yeah.
It would be such a great show, and that's
also
not being tokenistic. That's
More than one gay person
representation
as well. I mean,
yeah,
there is this
It's-
year, but there's like never. Two
but there's
gay
never,
guys, or-
yeah, exactly. There's like
which
never,
is often
never a
is an
chance of
interesting
gay
dynamic.
sex.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
But we've seen in UK Big Brother interesting dynamics between
Yeah,
multiple
Brian
gay-
and Josh.
Yeah, Brian and Josh. Exactly what I was thinking of.
I know.
Charlie and Rodrigo.
Yeah, the sort of only gay in the village sort of thing.
Yeah. I hate that.
Yeah,
when you're the only
shit.
gay and someone just assumes you're going to sleep with them.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Actually, I had that when I was living in Thailand, and there was like an American guy that was around in the sort of social circles, and he goes to me one time as like a party at my house. I think he goes, "So when are we going to fuck?" And I
Oh
was
God!
Like, what? Like,
Like, you wish,
it
mate.
was never ever
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
radar. Like, what?
Yeah,
It's weird, and people have that mentality.
it's hilarious.
So Dan has sent this. It's quite long, but it's also very
How long is it?
something like 15 minutes.
Jesus Christ! Can
Unless
I get a
it's-
drink then?
Well, yeah, shall we?
Yeah, let's
Okay,
get a drink.
for this.
Shall we put- I can need one. I'm going to use the loo as well. All right, let's pause. Okay, we're back.
We've got to top up with
Just to say, we're outside, so if you can hear background piano playing, it's my neighbour.
Oh yeah, got a weird backing track going on. Ding, 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 ding.
Right, we've had a gossip, we've eaten some crisps, and now we're going to play Dan's message.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Hi everyone. I imagine I've already been introduced, but I'll just do it again, I guess. My name's Daniel. I'm Gaz's boyfriend. And first of all, thanks, Gaz, for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts and feelings on racism. I'm going to try and make this relevant to Big Brother. I think it's the only fair thing to do. Otherwise, there's no point on me being part of this podcast. So I'm very grateful, guys, for you giving me the time. And without further ado, let me begin on my view of racism. And again, as I said, I'm going to relate this to a couple of clips that Gaz has shared with me from the Big Brother house.
One thing I will say is throughout
Why are you
this,
pausing it?
he refers to John a lot, and that's because that
Who's
tweet
John?
referred to Jack as John.
Oh, okay.
So whenever he says
Oh,
John,
yeah, it
he's
means
going to
Jack.
mean Jack.
That's okay, we can't get it right, so it's fine.
So before I start, I just want to say it's incredibly difficult to explain to most white people about racism, and by most, I really, really, really do mean the vast majority of white people really struggle to understand racism